This is how you can make a create invite command for your Discord.js version 14 bot, so let's go ahead and get started. Before I show you how to do this, I'd like to say that if you'd like to get access to the source code from this video or other videos on my channel, you can do so by joining a channel membership on YouTube or a subscription over on Discord. On Discord, if you get the God or Custom Bot tier, you will get access to that source code, and over on YouTube, if you get the Super God or Custom Bot tier, you will also get access to that source code. And of course, on both platforms, if you get the Custom Bot tier, me and my team will code you a personalized custom Discord bot. If any of this is of interest to you, go ahead and click the links in the description below to get started with this, and let's go and get into the video. So to start, we can go over to moderation, and we're going to go ahead and create invite.js. In here we can do const, and we're going to get our / command builder. We can also get our embed builder, and we can get our permissions bit field, and then we can do equals require, and we can go ahead and get our discord.js package. Then we can go ahead and do our module that exports. We can go ahead and open this up. We're going to get data, which is going to be our new / command builder. We can go ahead and set a name here, which is going to be create invites, and we can go ahead and set a description. In here we can go ahead and say create an invite for your guild or your server. Then we can go ahead and add a channel option. We're going to go ahead and get option arrow function. We can do option.setName. This is going to be our channel. We can go ahead and set a description. We can go ahead and say the channel to create the invite in. And then we can go ahead and set required to false. Then we can go ahead and add an integer option, and we can do option arrow function, option.setName. This is going to be max age, and we can go ahead and set a description here. We can go ahead and say the max age for your invites in seconds, because we have to specify that in seconds. We can go ahead and set required. We're also going to make that false. All of these are going to be false options because you technically don't need any options to create an invite. Then we can go ahead and add another integer option, and we can do option arrow function, option.setName. This is going to be our max uses, and we can go ahead and set a description here. We're going to go ahead and say the max number of people who can use this invites, and we're going to go ahead and set required. We're going to go and make that false. Then finally, we can go ahead and add a string option, and we can do option arrow function, option.setName. This is going to be our reason. Here we can go ahead and say a description, and we can say the reason for creating this invite, and we're also going to go ahead and set required to false. Then we can go ahead and add a comma. We're going to do async executes. We can go ahead and get our interaction, and we can go ahead and open this up. In here we can say if, and we can say no interaction.member.permissions.has. We can go ahead and get our permissions bit field .flags .create instant invite. Then we can go ahead and return await interaction.reply. We can go ahead and get our content, and we can go ahead and say this server does not allow members to create invites, and we can go ahead and set informal to true. Then we can do const, and we're going to get our options, and we can set that equal to our interaction. Then we can do const channel equals, and we can go ahead and get our options.get channel, and that is going to be our channel. And we can do or, and we can do our interaction.channel. Then we can do let max age equals options.get integer, and we can go ahead and get our max age, and we're going to set that to 0 if we don't have a max age. Then we can go ahead and say let max uses equals options.get integer, and we can go ahead and get our max uses, and we can also go ahead and set that to 0. And by the way, 0 in this case means no max. So if they leave it blank or set it to 0, then there will be no cap on the age and the uses available for the invite. So then finally we can do let reason equals options.get string. That is going to be our reason, and we can say or, and we can say no reason provided. And then we can go ahead and make our invite. So we can do const invite equals await channel.create invite, and we can go ahead and get our max age, which is going to be our max age variable. And then we can go ahead and make our max uses, which is going to be our max uses variable. And finally, we can go ahead and get our reason, which is going to be our reason variable. So then after doing that, we can say if max age is equal to 0, then we can go ahead and set max age, and we can do equals. We can go ahead and get infinite. The reason we're doing this is for our embed, because if it is 0, then we want to specify that it is an infinite number for the age and uses. So we're also going to do if. We can do max uses equals. We can go ahead and get 0. We can do max uses, and we can do equals infinite as well. So then we can actually go ahead and create our embed. So we can do const embed equals new embed builder, and we're going to go ahead and set our color, which is going to be blurple. Then we can go ahead and set a title here, and we can go ahead and say, I have created your invite link, just like that. Next, we can go ahead and add fields, so we can do our name, and I'm going to go ahead and get the link emoji. Then here we can go ahead and say invite link, and we're going to go ahead and set our value. In here we can go ahead and do our HTTPS. We can go ahead and get discord.gg/ and we can go ahead and get invite.code, and we can say or, and we can do \tick, and we can get our invite.code. So we can get that code and we can get the link, just so that it's a little bit easier. One other thing I did do is I added an emoji up here just to make it look a little bit better. Then we can go ahead and finish our fields. So we can do add fields. We can get our name. In here we're going to go ahead and get another emoji. This time I'll do this one. And we can go ahead and say our invite channel. And we can go ahead and do our value, and I'm going to go ahead and open this up. We can go ahead and italicize this, and we can go ahead and get our channel. Then we can go ahead and add some more fields. We're going to get our name. I'm going to go ahead and get another emoji. This time we'll do the people one, and we can go ahead and get max uses. And we're going to go ahead and do value, and we can go ahead and do \tick. We can go ahead and get our max uses. We can do \tick again. Then down here we can add fields again, and we can open this up. We're going to go ahead and get another emoji. This time I'll get the 2 people standing emoji, and we can go ahead and say max age, and we can do value, and we can do a \tick. We're going to go ahead and get our max age variable, and we can do \tick again. Then finally we can go ahead and say a description here, and we can say you created this invite for, and we can go ahead and italicize this. We're going to go ahead and get our reason. We can finish that off just like that. Then we can go ahead and set a timestamp, and we're also going to go ahead and set a footer, and we can go ahead and do text. We can say invite generator. So now after doing that, we can actually go ahead and send this. So we can do await interaction.reply, and we can go ahead and say embeds, and we're going to get our embed, and we can also go ahead and set our informal to true, just so that you're the only one who can see this message. So then after doing that, we are actually finished. So now you can go ahead and save the file, restart the bot, and we can go ahead and test this out. All right, so over in the Discord server, we can actually go ahead and test this out. So I'm going to go ahead and get our create invite command. So it's going to be create invite, and we have all of our options. So the first thing that I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to go ahead and create it, leaving it all blank, and here we go. It's going to go ahead and create it, and as you can see here, it's actually going to go ahead and create it. So I guess the logic I did for the infinite here didn't quite work the way I expected it, so you can go ahead and fix that if you want, but 0 works for me, so I'm just going to leave it like that. But it did create this invite. So if we actually go into the server settings here and we go over to invites, as you can see, we have an invite with that exact same code with 0 uses so far, meaning there's no limit on the uses, and it's never going to expire. So that's exactly what it wanted to do, and we also have created by tutorial bot. So now we can go ahead and create another invite. So we can do create invite. This time we're just going to go ahead and select them all. So for our channel, we can go ahead and get rules. For our max age, let's just go ahead and do 1,000 seconds, and our max uses, the maximum for this is 100. Now the thing I forgot to do was I forgot to set a cap on it. So what I mean by this is in the integer option here for our max uses, you're going to go ahead and set a max value, and that is going to be 100, and you can also go ahead and set a min value, which is going to be 1. Alright, so like I said, the max usage cap is 100, so we can just go ahead and cap it at 100. For a reason, we can just go ahead and say creating and invites, and we can go ahead and send it now. And as you can see here, it's going to go ahead and give us our invite. It's going to say reason creating an invite, and all of this is going to work perfectly. It's going to give us our invite code with our invite link here for the rules channel and all of that. If we actually go ahead and click it, it's going to bring us to the rules channel. So that worked. And now we can actually go ahead and check all of the information about the invite. So here is the information. As you can see, 0 out of 100, meaning our cap is at 100. And we have 16 minutes left, which is the 1,000 seconds. So that's you can make an advanced invite create command for Discord.js version 14 bot. If you do need any help with this, go ahead and join the server in the description below and use the help channels, and we'll be happy to help you out. And you might as well just join anyways, because it is a pretty good coding community. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video.